guys, welcome back. This is the bearded man from the Bearded Man on Cycle channel, and I'm here with Reena Verma.
Hi.
She's here to tell us about yoga, cycling, the match, and how to be fit, how to be perfect, how to start, how to prepare.
Yes.
Reena, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Okay, as he just mentioned my name, I'm Reena, and by passion, I'm a cyclist. Otherwise, I'm a yoga therapist, and cycling I've been doing for last 5 years, and I enjoy this the most. But of course, along with cycling, I do take out time to practice yoga on myself as well as teach my students.
We know, we can see the results.
Okay, so
Reena, but tell us what is the combination of yoga and cycling?
so to begin with, I'll just say yoga is basically way of life, and cycling is just one of the activities that we do. So in yoga, we have a lot of disciplines. We have certain way of life. Like for example, we have to our body. In yoga is very important for us because through this body we are able to do everything, right?
Correct.
So we have to take care of our body, and cycling being one of the activities which helps me to burn my extra calories which I consume, right?
Has yoga helped you be a better cyclist?
Definitely,
Or-
like knowledge of yoga which I acquired. See, everybody is doing yoga these days, right?
Correct.
In every park and every street, people are doing yoga. Even I thought when I went to the institute, okay, my body is getting stiff, so I should do yoga to make my body flexible. But it's not yoga.
No.
When I joined the institute and I sat for the lectures, I started knowing the actual meaning of yoga.
Okay.
Yoga is about the flexibility of mind.
Right.
So even as a cyclist, we have to have a very flexible mind.
Correct.
So now I don't want to criticize the cyclists, who are doing fantastic and they keep posting on social media about their achievements. It's
And
a
how
very
much they
good
push
thing.
themselves
It's a
and-
very good thing. Even I'm very proud of my friends who are doing so fantastic. But yes, we should not attach our ego to it. Whatever we are doing, whenever we are doing whatever thing, we should be in that moment, enjoy the moment, give our best.
Yeah.
But yes, the ego should not come.
It should not be
because-
about the numbers, you mean? It should never be about the distance, the numbers. It should be the
So once that
experience.
ego comes and the thing, we start pushing ourselves harder and harder. In that process, we harm our body.
right.
So yoga did not just help me or anyone
Physically.
to make your physical body flexible,
But
but
mind.
it gives you flexibility of mind to understand
Correct.
why we are doing a particular thing,
Correct.
what benefit we should get from it. We should enjoy it, we should feel happy about it. We should not come home with a stiff back
Right.
or so we should not injure ourselves in the process of doing better and better. So
So basically, yoga help you your mind, body, and your soul.
absolutely, yeah.
It
So
help you to be a more calmer version of yourself, a calmer version of a
and,
cyclist.
Yes, and there have been moments like when I was cycling and I was on the highway and there was very bad traffic. I was completing my century ride and I had to somehow do it.
Right.
Okay, so because it was a challenge, and there were some times I thought I will give up now, my body is not allowing me. But then there was this friend who kept on encouraging. And that moment I thought this guy is taking so much, pain to push me, so I should do it.
Right.
But that moment, like I was afraid of the traffic coming from behind. So I started chanting this Mrityunjay mantra. So I think yoga gave me that power,
Right.
It gave me that courage. So, and just like in Mahabharata, Krishna has been telling Arjun, no, you are a warrior, you have to do this.
Right.
Your aim is that. So that moment even I went, no, I have to complete this century ride. So I just kept on chanting the mantra. So yoga has helped me in many ways.
Right.
And yes, I do work for my spine, and I work for my, we all experience as cyclists stiffness in our calf muscles, in our frontal muscles, quadriceps, and hamstrings. In fact, also because of this hamstrings stiffness, sometimes we get lower back pain.
Back pain, yeah.
And also in cycling, what happens? We are bending forward.
Correct.
Quite a bit, especially those who are riding roadies,
yeah.
and also on inclines. So we have, and that's not the natural position of the spine.
Right.
So we are doing the unnatural movement by bending forward for quite some time.
Right.
And during that process, when we are bending too much forward, our back muscles, they get worked.
Yeah.
So we have to release the tension from here. Also, another important thing, because in spite of doing flexibility exercises, people still complain of back pain. That is because our core muscles are weak.
Right.
So these core muscles support our back. So we don't have to just work on our flexibility, but also we have to develop these core muscles. And these core muscles do not just develop by doing cardio, right? So we have to do special yoga and Pilates exercises where we are working. These core muscles are deeply inside, so you can't even people with very flat tummy, I would say, don't have necessarily strong core. Okay? So we should not assume
so
that
core is not to be mistaken by being absolutely lean or looking fit.
This flap may or may not be there, but inside we have this core muscle, so we have to work on those muscles. And the easiest way of working on your core muscle is pulling your belly button in and pushing it up. See, now while I'm standing, I am holding my core muscles. So this is what we have to practice. Even while cycling, when we are climbing on the slopes, just pull your belly button in and push it up, so your back will get the support from the core. So the chances of injuries are less. And somebody asked me the other day about Jalneti, and I would strongly recommend Jalneti for cyclists, because as a cyclist I face a lot of pollution problem. We do wear a mask. In fact, everybody is wearing masks nowadays for prevention of COVID. But when we are cycling intensely, we are and perspiring, we tend to remove the mask. So we try, we inhale a lot of dust and pollutants. So after we go home, this is a very simple yogic kriya to remove the toxin from the from your nasal passage. I will really recommend everyone to do this Jalneti. In fact, you can log on to any YouTube channel for Jalneti. So many yoga experts are showing this Jalneti.
We'll link some below.
Yeah, I can send you the link. He would send you the link for the. But I would just explain the benefits for cyclists for the Jalneti. So see, the nasal passages, we have this mucus lining. So whenever this germs, this dust we inhale, it gets collected there. So throat also, sometimes when we are inhaling, see, even you must have experienced now. And see, we can't wear very thick mask. We can't wear N95 and do cycling.
You can't.
So we are wearing very thin mask, Mostly actually this mask we used to wear to protect us from tanning. So a little bit of dust also it protects, but still the dust manages, the pollutants manage to go inside our throat as well. But throat, in fact, we keep drinking hot water, tea, coffee, so they get washed away. But our nasal passage we never clean. People are nowadays cleaning their tongue and every part of the throat and all, but nasal passage will not get clean on its own. So we have to do Jalneti. So in Jalneti, I'll just say a few things about Jalneti. In Jalneti, we are using lukewarm salt water. So this salt water, when we are inhaling from one nostril, in fact in our yoga institute we were taught Jalneti in a very simpler way. Well, nowadays you have those pots, fancy pots, copper, steel, plastic, but there are a lot of people who are afraid of doing from the pot. For them, I will tell you, there's a very simple way of doing Jalneti. You can use your hand, you can use your palm as a cup. So what you have to do, just take a little bit of water here. It will be lukewarm water. Just test it on the skin. It should not be hot or cold, just lukewarm. And in one glass, you can take half a teaspoon of rock salt, preferably rock salt. Mix it nicely. And see, gargle we take little bit hotter. So what you can do is prepare 2 glasses. So after cycling, when you have inhaled so much dust, first go home and change your clothes, then go to the washroom, gargle your throat, and then take a little cooler water, not as hot as the gargle water, and do Jalneti with that. In your hand, see, very simple I'm showing. Take, pour some water into this. Close your right nostril and just suck it. And close this, and then the water will automatically come out from the right side. So here I don't have salt water, you know. I can't use this ordinary water. We're not allowed to do Jalneti with cold or normal water. We have to do it with salt. So that's why I'm not showing you. Next time we can probably show that also. So the whole thing is, you take when you're taking water in your left hand, you have to close your right nostril and suck the water, yeah. And then immediately close this. Water will automatically flow out of the right nostril, and then after that repeat on the right side. So now we are going to take water in the right hand, close the left nostril and sip the water from the right hand. Suck it, yeah. Close this. It will automatically fall from the left side. So and don't worry, even if it is not coming out from the other nostril, it may come out from the same nostril, or it may go down into the throat, but that's absolutely fine. It's not going to harm you. So at least do it 3 times. It won't take any time. See, you don't even need any instrument.
Right.
You just need your hand. Okay, and you can do this Jalneti anywhere, but you need salt water, lukewarm salt water. Also, after this, then some people after doing this kriya from each nostril minimum 3 times, then we have to exhale out, you know, any bit of moisture which might be still there in the nose, and you feel. Yeah, and another thing, never lie down after Jalneti. Don't sleep after Jalneti, because we want the water to go down. Sometimes people have complained they got headaches. Probably they went to sleep immediately after they were lying down. No. So after you do Jalneti, Jalneti kriya, we have to exhale out. This is very simple way. This is called KapalBhati kriya, not the other one which we are doing with the strokes. No, not that one. This KapalBhati kriya which we are doing is just to cleanse the nostril. Okay, so we are doing forceful exhalation. Yeah? Exhaling through the nostril forcibly, like. So all the toxic also goes out in this. So this, otherwise also we can do, not just that after Jalneti you have to do, but this kriya otherwise also helps to remove all the toxin from through the nasal passage. So we will do this kriya, and after that, just this is another way. You have to massage your face, and here we have the sinus cavities. So all these germs, these pollutants, you know, mucus get settled in our under our eyes, you know, there are cavities. So we have to clean these cavities also. These are sinus cavities. So then in our institute we also recommend Kapal Randhra. This is a facial massage after KapalBhati. KapalBhati is a kriya. Jalneti is to clear the nostril. KapalBhati is to remove any toxins or moisture which is left in the nose. After that, Kapal Randhra. Kapal Randhra is facial massage. And also it is anti-aging. It brings glow to your face. Okay, a lot of people are going to get very excited about that. And you will not have to go to any beauty parlor for girls. Yeah, you will save your money. Yeah. So just take any. You can do it without moisturizer also, but if you have a little bit dry skin, so you take little moisturizer on your fingertips, and simple ways. So we show it in 5 steps. So just do this. So it relaxes your facial muscles as well as clear the sinuses. And then second one, we start from the tip here and we go it around like this. Third one, we do it here. This is the third one. Fourth one is like this, and fifth one mixes this with the and. So these are the 5 simple steps of Randhrati to Kapal Randhrati to clear our sinuses and give you a good glow. Yeah. Okay, so now when we go back to the stretches, so this was pollution while cycling, and otherwise also in general. In general, also these days, life is so so much traffic. I think this would help anyone. And one more thing. So if you keep your nasal passages clear, your mucus lining is clean, so the fresh air which you breathe, so we have more oxygen absorption.
Right.
So this will help you again. As a
Again.
cyclist, we need a lot of oxygen.
Correct.
We, especially when we do long distance and we have to climb so many slopes, especially I have seen in Maharashtra.
Correct.
We are in, we have slopes everywhere.
Yeah.
So for that we have to have very good breathing,
Correct.
and this will help you to improve your breathing. So now after this, let's go back to the stretches. Okay, so we
So Reena, what do we do next?
Okay, so now I'm showing you simple stretches, and it doesn't take time, just what maximum 5 to 10 minutes. We should do it every day, and we'll just start with them. So the most important thing, as I told you with cycling, is that we are bending forward a lot. So we should do backward stretches for that. Okay, to balance the spine, right? So we just keep our hands on our waist, push our elbows behind. We inhale and we bend backward. This is the backward stretch. Every time you feel that you are having stiffness because of too much cycling, just keep your hands on your waist, push your elbows behind. Inhale and bend backward. Yes. And forward. And backward. Inhale as you go down, come back inhaling. Okay, so this is a very simple thing. Inhale and now come back. Inhale and come back. This is when you are having a lot of pressure here or pain here. So I'm not bending forward, right?
Right.
But in a normal this thing, what we have to do is, before starting cycling, we will do a bit of backward and forward. Backward and forward. We exhale as we bend forward. We inhale as we bend backward. And I'm pushing my elbows behind. Okay. And now I am exhaling and bending forward. Now simply let your hand come down, touch your toes. You can even, if you're not able to go down, no need to force yourself, but make sure your weight is in the front. Bring your weight in the front, so that when we are bringing the weight in the front, our hamstrings are opening. Yeah, here. So also this hamstrings stiffness also sometimes gives backache. So we are now releasing the pressure from here by bending forward and putting the weight in the front. Okay. You can, for extending your spine, you can even slightly bend your knees. And see, now my back is totally extended. My spine is extended. I'm lengthening my spine. Now slowly I'm straightening it, curving it and coming back. This is a simple stretch. We should do it every day. Bend backward, forward, slowly go down, bend your knees. You can put your hands underneath here and then straighten your feet. Straighten your knees. Okay, you do it couple of times. Can you show that? Yeah?
Yeah.
See, I'm bending, extending my spine, and I'm pushing my knees behind. 1, 2. But don't do this when you're having backache. This is for normal people. But if your back is stiff, then we are not bending forward so much. We can just do little bit like this. Yeah. So this was one stretch. After this, I will show you some side bends. We can hold our hands this way, yeah. Clasp our fingers and feet like 1.5 feet apart. Yeah, we're taking support and we are bending sideways. 1, 2. This is for the mobility of spine. In fact, you will enjoy all these stretches. After cycling, before cycling, during cycling, when you're taking short breaks.
Exactly.
Water break, or you're waiting for someone.
This doesn't need a place, spot, or you don't need a platform. You don't need to prepare for anything.
These are simple exercises we are doing. Yeah. I'm just bending. This is my side bends I'm doing, taking support. Yeah. I have done it many times on the streets, people looking at me, but I am so busy in myself that I don't even bother. Okay, there's some exercises which becomes easy for balancing. I'm using cycle as a proxy. We say this, we can do these stretches as a cycle, yeah? Simple stretches. In yoga, we say this is Veerbhadrasana, but I'm just using it as for stretching. Huh? It's very good to open all the stiffness, to remove the stiffness from the legs. Yeah? And then forward bending, the legs wide apart. This also is to remove the stiffness from the hamstrings. Yeah? There are lots and lots of stretches. Okay, but now just let me number them. So I'm telling you about the 5 stretches of the spine.
Okay.
One is the upward stretch. So we stretch ourselves upwards. So this is we call Tadasana, right? And I'm coming on my toes, and this also balancing pose. And then I go down. So this is the upward stretch of the spine. Tadasana. We can even do it this way. Just stretch up, relax, inhale, come on your toes, and relax. Okay, and then this was the upward stretch. Then the side bends. Take a little distance. Okay, this one. Right, and now the twisting ones. Kati Chakrasana. This is the third one. Okay. So our spine actually we move in this 5 directions. So sometimes we're just looking behind, you know. Sometimes while riding, suddenly we turn behind to see the traffic or the friend. So you need mobility of this for this twisting action, right?
Correct.
So this will help you. So you should do it every time. So first we did upward stretch, right? And then we did the side bend, right? And this also opens the ribs and helps in breathing. Right? In fact, by doing stretching, we are not just working at the physical thing. We are even creating space inside.
Right.
You know, so the more circulation of energy,
Right,
the more
right.
circulation, the blood circulation will increase. So it's even the stretching of the blood vessels happen, stretching of the nerves. So it's has overall very good effect. And
Correct.
any sport you are doing, whether cycling, football, badminton, squash, any yoga stretches, yoga, the breathing techniques will help you in all the activities. So now, first was upward stretch, side bend, third was twisting I showed you, again fourth is the backward and fifth is the forward. So these 5 things if we can remember, if these 5 movements we do daily, then our spine will always be in good condition, yeah, and less injuries while cycling.
How essential is this? Let me tell you some of the experiences. Like people don't tend to take stretching before cycling as a serious, how serious it is or how important it is. Because they generally think that, अरे cycle पे तो बैठ के चलाना है तो slow चला के warm up कर लेंगे body को. Is this really true? Is that okay? I mean,
warm up to ho jayega, but what about the joints? See, when at night when we sleep, all this, you know, the fluids inside the joint, everything becomes, they're not moving that time.
Right.
So when we wake up in the morning, there's a stiffness.
Correct.
See, and age also matters. So we are not talking about a 20-25 years old guy who's cycling, or somebody in the late 40s or 50s who's cycling. So maybe for those people, for youngsters, so if they will not do the stretches, suddenly go for cycling and all, their body may not be get harmed as much as now.
Much.
I'm talking about the people in the early 40s, or and also nowadays
even mid-30s these days is dangerous
it
because
depends the kind of
about
work
the
you are doing.
and the food we eating,
If
the
you're not doing
fast
any other
food.
sport, if you're not doing much of physical activity and you're only cycling and sitting at the laptop with your laptop, then
Like
of
me.
course, then of course you will definitely all of a sudden morning you get up and start cycling and you start You know, we don't do slow cycling. As soon as we start, our Strava is on.
Strava,
we all want to pedal fast. So
Yeah.
where is warming up? There is no warming up.
we want to cover those distances, show the speed, get our average up.
Yeah.
Lot
So
of our cycling depends on Strava, because Strava's calculation is very important these days.
So immediately we start pedaling fast, and suddenly. Also the neck, huh? One more thing. I don't know. I never had this problem. Most of the time, whenever I had problem was with my back only, but with my neck I didn't have. But there are people who complain of cervical pain because of cycling.
Right.
And pain in the wrists. Okay, so these two things also you have to take care. For cervical, we have to do simple neck movement every day. Just stand or sit, or you can do it while sitting, while standing, while waiting for your friends to join you. So just have to bend our head back. Yeah. Inhale, exhale. So basically we are stretching these muscles, you know, behind the neck. See, and it will strengthen the cervical muscles. Yeah. Okay, and then we turn sideways. Okay, do the simple movements of the neck. Okay, and then we can do this one, or just do it simply. Tilt your. You can easily do this while waiting for your friends or anything. Even while working at laptop, you should do it. Okay, and then half movements. I'm doing very slow movement. See? And back. Inhale, exhale. And something very interesting. When you're doing this, inhale, look up, open your mouth wide and close. See? So you are actually stretching here in the neck, and there's a thyroid gland here. It increases the metabolism.
Oh, right. That's
There's another advantage, also your double chin. So the skin also become tighter, so this helps you. But this actually removes the stiffness from here.
Right.
So these exercises are very important, and for the wrist we should do this. I have something very interesting also. We do like this, and then this, you know, like yeah, one second. No, I'm also getting confused. Okay, see, like this, and when I turn. So they also say that there's so many joints,
Right.
all the body joints are there in the fingers.
Even the nerve endings are here.
So we actually nerve endings of all the joints are here. So this is like a acupressure, it'll work. So yeah, just move, like this, and take in and press. Inhale, exhale, and press here. See.
Beautiful.
Inhale, stretch out, exhale, and press. But it also works for fingers.
Correct.
Nerve endings though.
And
definitely.
see, I face this a lot of problem because
Numbness in the fingers?
my basically this thumb is always hurting because I put a lot of pressure while holding the bar. So this would help.
Yes, definitely. Try this. We're increasing blood circulation in this.
In MTBs, generally what happens is, because in road bikes you have a handle a little different, but in MTBs you generally put all your pressure on your fists. So
Why it happens with the MTB? Because MTB people ride on all the crooked bad roads, so many potholes, and they know it's MTB, they can manage it. That's why we get more. In fact, now while I was riding on this RA road, same thing I felt a lot of jerky movements, and these jerks affect your neck, they affect your shoulders. Okay, I forgot about the shoulders. So very good exercise for the shoulders. So now because we are talking about all the problems the cyclists
related
face.
to cyclists.
So I told you about the neck, you have to take care. So if any stress is there, because of forward bending and any pressure on your neck, so this exercise, this movement of the neck will help you to remove that. Then I said about the fingers also. If you exercise, if you do this, inhale, exhale, and tighten your fingers.
Tighten your fingers.
So this increases the blood circulation. Then this movement of the wrist will also help you. See, all these things. So we are working on this now for shoulders. An excellent exercise for the shoulders. A lot of people experience a lot of stiffness in the shoulders. So for shoulders, so just clasp your fingers, see here, like this. Okay. Look up and bend down, and now keep moving your hands away from your body, higher and higher.
keep looking down. Yeah, and so this is very good exercise for the shoulders. So when you come back, okay, and then of course you can do all this. This also removes the stiffness from the shoulders. Again, we have this. You can check your flexibility. So first,
Oh, yeah, that's about-
take your left hand. Okay, push it up, right, like this. Now take your right hand and try to hold it. See? That's it. This also will improve your shoulder, and also this is, we are bending forward here. Okay, so this also improves your shoulder, it improves. Works for your hands, same thing, repeat with the other hand. Sometimes you're not able to hold immediately, so my
You push, use your
first,
support.
and then take that. It becomes easier. Or you can take a handkerchief or a belt or something,
Okay, if it's not exactly possible instantly.
Important
So you-
thing, is to keep this hand as much possible behind your head. See, it should not be like, like this you're doing. Try and push it. Yeah, and this should come in the middle. Can you see that?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pushing it more inside. Yeah, this is how it should be. This is how it should be. This also will really, make your shoulders flexible, and it also helps in strengthening of this thing. And one more very easy thing I will show you. For now, I'm telling you certain exercises for your upper body. Yeah. So this is Garudasana, but I'm only showing the hand movement of this. Take your left hand forward and the right hand. Wrap it around your left hand. And then inhale and bend forward. Yeah. Sorry, exhale. Now inhale while coming up. Exhale and open your hands. Okay, once again I'll show you with the right hand. This time I take my right hand forward. I wrap my left hand around it. Yeah, like this. So you may not exactly get like this. So some people can just, if they're having stiffness in the hands, they're not able to do. They can even keep their hands on the shoulder, but this will really work fine. Exhale as you bend down. Yeah. Inhale as you come up, and then open. See, there are two things I'm doing while doing this exercise. I'm working on my upper body as well as my spine. We can do it just by simply standing also. So what I do when I do this movement, I am, I'm closing the, I'm trying to stop the flow of the blood,
Right.
And then when I open, there will be sudden
Sudden
of
rush,
blood.
yeah.
So we are, using this thing. So it improves blood circulation in the upper body. So because with cycling, we are mostly using our legs.
Correct.
And it's more workout for the lower
Lower
body.
part.
But we need a strong upper body also if you want to be a good cyclist.
Correct.
A lot of people go to gym and do so. If you don't have time to go to gym, by doing this simple stretching, this simple exercises, definitely will help you a long way in cycling.
Absolutely. So basically, this also helps build a core, stronger core, right?
Yeah.
Overall, if you
Yeah. With all the exercises we are doing, well, for core, one thing you just remember what I told you. Whenever, just pull your belly button in and push the button up.
Yeah.
So your core is engaged. So while
So
standing,
is that with breathing? So you like okay, or you just without breathing?
See, I'm talking normally, but I'm holding my core.
But yeah.
So, but then of course there are a lot of exercises we have to do on the mat. We don't have a mat here, so I can't show you. But
Next session.
another way of making your core stronger is by engaging your core muscles. And as I said, while cycling, during cycling also, when you're climbing on the slopes, just
Right.
pull your belly in, push your belly button, and this will support your spine. So that pressure from the back will be released.
Release.
So we can try all these techniques
And
and enjoy more of cycling.
Thank-
and
thank
do
you
more
so
injury-free
much.
cycling.
Actually, this is kind of enlightening because you generally don't associate so many yoga with cycling. This is a little bit different. This shows exactly how you can even match two things
Yeah.
and become better at both.
Absolutely, because yoga is a way of life. Cycling is one activity. I would say put yoga into everything.
Everything.
And of course, the mind we were talking about, na. Do not associate your ego with any of the sports activity.
Absolutely.
Because I don't know, because many people have gone through it. That because of this thing, ego problem, they by trying to
Achieve more, trying to
achieve
basically I would say
prove
compete
themselves. To
or
prove themselves in
themselves
front of people, they have injured
injure
themselves.
themselves. Yeah.
So then that is not good.
Any sport
Yeah.
for the sake of
It
proving
should be for us.
you
It should be for
is
our
wasted.
happiness. It is
Yeah.
not for others. Nobody's. I don't think anybody actually gets happy when you do very good.
Okay, that is the truth of life. Reena just talked about some very deep secret that we all know. That
You become very sad. Oh my God. How can he do 100 kilometers with so much speed? I can't do it. No, I'm
it's a
just
little bit
kidding.
no. It's
We
just
should
that
feel
you
happy.
feel the lack and you start pushing it. You don't. It's not just about the fact that you're not happy. I think it's also sometimes that you feel sad that why aren't you able to do it? You need to achieve more.
But in yoga, we also learn this, that you should take happiness in others' success.
Yes.
If you take happiness in others' success, you will elevate yourself.
Elevate yourself.
Your own positivity will help you also to grow better.
Yeah.
So this is one important thing. And they say make friends with successful people, because though, not
No,
because you want any advantage out of them,
Right.
but because their qualities, you see what qualities they have.
You learn
Try
from
to
them.
imbibe their qualities, and of course, you must take joy in others' success, because that will make you more positive and it will help you to grow as.
That makes you a more calmer person, because once you stop,
Better
like you
person.
drop your ego,
Yeah.
you automatically live a happier
So
life.
whenever you see somebody strong, come on, appreciate, send a kudo, very good, well done, and say it from heart.
Yeah, true.
But don't try and go out of the way when you are cycling.
So
Just
you
do
say
your
you
best,
don't
yeah.
press the kudo button and then try to compete with it.
Yeah, true. But yes, do practice yoga. Take care of your what I said, Jalneti. Do that also, because a lot of people have developed allergies, sinuses.
Right.
In fact, I got bronchitis recently because of this pollution.
Correct.
And,
It is the roads. It doesn't matter whether you're walking, running, cycling. You're just sitting in your home. Also, a lot of pollution is coming into our
winter
homes.
especially, because of the smog.
Yes.
More tend to. So Jalneti will definitely help you. And just want to repeat once again: when you do Jalneti, don't lie down or
Right.
sleep. And try
don't be afraid to try.
exhale out all the, and don't be scared. The water will never go into your people say it will go into your brain, and no, water will always flow down.
I'll just add something over here. The fear of Jalneti is as good as when you go into the water and you
Swimming.
tend to swimming and you
How many
get that.
initially when you swallow water, how you feel,
In the
Jalneti is
no-
exactly like that.
Exactly.
But after a while you get so used
So
to
used to
water
it.
rushing into your nose and all
Exactly.
that, right?
So it's just a matter of practice and trying.
Swimming में तो
not
कान
getting-
में भी जा सकते हैं, जलनेती में कान में नहीं जाता. So it's definitely safer than swimming, and
Yes.
everybody is swimming and enjoying swimming. So why not Jalneti?
Exactly.
So clear your nasal passages, and also Jalneti. I didn't tell you it's also linked with, like, it relaxes your mind, it improves your smelling.
Correct.
So it increases your appetite. You can feel the more aroma. And stuffy nose, you must have seen when you have cold and stuffy nose, how cranky you feel.
Yes.
Right? So if your nasal passages are clear, you are breathing nicely, so definitely it will elevate your mood. You will be a happy person. Your aggression becomes less, your anger becomes less, and it will help. More oxygen will be, we will be inhaling. So definitely it will be overall good for our health, and as a cyclist also, so you can cycle better.
Thank you, Reena. Thank you so much for a beautiful session. We look forward to more of these, and we look forward to cycling with you too.
Yes, thank you so much, Hassan, for giving me this opportunity to speak on your channel.
Thank you.
And
No,
I
no,
thoroughly
it's pleasure is all
enjoyed.
ours.
Yes, and I'll see you more often on cycle.
Yes, absolutely. I'm learning from you how to be fit because we just came over a very, very deep incline, and Reena was basically just like flying through it. I wouldn't say at speed because she's very careful of that, but she was smooth, and that's what we need all to achieve and be a better cyclist, better at our own health, basically improve our health.
Yeah. This slope which you saw me climbing, I remember about 10 years ago, I used to only walk in the RA. So first time when I came to guest house and I was walking up the slope, I really felt fatigued. I felt so tired.
Mhm.
And today I'm so proud that I can easily cycle on that
Yeah,
slope.
that's exactly.
Slope where I was even finding difficult to walk.
Walk.
See, it is consistent practice,
Practice.
and of course your breathing and everything else matters.
Great.
So with better breathing, with more practice, you can achieve anything.
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.
Don't forget to share, subscribe, and like the
Yes.
regular jargon.
Yes, Jagran. Wow, what a name. Yes.
Bye bye. See you guys.
Yes,